What's up, Geeksters? It's me, Omar from Geekster Labs, and today I have a sponsored review for another iPhone 14 Pro case. So this case comes from TAC. So these are probably the thinnest cases I've ever seen or reviewed on this channel. They retail for $29, and I'm going to show you guys the two different cases that they've sent me. So I have the standard case 1.0 and 2.0. And basically the only difference between these two cases is that one has a camera cutout protector, little piece, and I'll show you what that looks like. And the 2.0 case that has that camera cutout also comes in gray, but the 1.0 and the 2.0, they both come in black, white, and clear, which are the colors I have here that I'm going to be showing you. So let's take a closer look at these TAC cases. Alright, so here we have the cases outside of their boxes, and so you can see I have two 2.0 cases over here in the black and the clear, and then I have a 1.0 case here in the white. And the white it's more like a frost. It's barely noticeable. I mean, but you can see straight through it. Obviously, it's not as clear as this one right here, but it's more like a frosted type of look. And so here's the other big difference here. So the 2.0 cases come with little protectors that go over the camera openings, whereas the 1.0 case is just one big opening right here. So that's pretty much the biggest difference between these two cases. And like I said, the 2.0 ones also come in a gray, which I don't have here, but it's like a gray color. An additional piece that you can also purchase that they offer is a MagSafe compatible like magnet. And so this is something, so these cases will work with the MagSafe charger on the phone, but if you want to have a little extra grab on there, you can add this extra piece, which is like a $9 little magnet they sell, and you would basically stick that. It has an adhesive. You stick it to the outside of the case, and that'll make sure it does a really good job of grabbing onto any MagSafe accessories. But I'll show you in a second where you don't have to use this to charge it. This is just an additional piece that you could get if you want to have some just additional magnetism to make sure it's a strong hold. So I'm going to put the iPhone in the clear case here. Or actually, I'm going to put it in the black one so you can see what it looks like in the black case, and then I'll give you some close-up details of it. Actually, before I put it on my phone, I want to show you guys the details of the case without anything on it, because this is a super ridiculously thin case. As you can see, it's just made of plastic. There's no special like any kind of material. It is just a plastic material. So this is not going to be the type of case for those that want a lot of protection for their phone. Okay, this is the kind of case people that would probably the type of iPhone user would be someone that doesn't like cases very much, but they still want to get some good scratch protection, some slight corner protection, or to protect the back and things like that, and also protect the camera openings. But this is not going to offer a lot of drop protection. If you drop your phone from 10 feet up with it in this case is not meant to be a super protective case. It will block those areas from scuffing the phone and such, but when it comes to shock absorption, this is a very thin case, so this is not going to provide it. But let me go and pop in the phone into the case so you can see what it looks like while it is in there. And it's kind of crazy though, because it is such a small case. It literally doesn't feel like there's a case on the phone, which, like I said, for some people, that's what you want. Some people don't like big bulky cases, and so this is not a big bulky case. So let's take some close-up looks of it. Okay, starting on the side of the case, you can see how super thin and narrow it is right there. It does not, like we've already addressed, does not add much bulk. So the buttons are not being blocked over. They are actual cutaways, so you can still feel the buttons through the case itself. That's how thin it is. So the mute switch, that's no issues there because it's not really bulky, and then you can still feel the buttons through the side right there. Get to the bottom, we have a nice clean opening for the lightning cable on the bottom. Perfect cutaways for the microphone and the speaker, and all of your lightning cables are going to fit in that because, like I said, it's not a thick case, so this should have no issue getting flush to that because it's pretty much flush to the phone itself. Get to the other side, we have the sleep wake button right here. Once again, no cover right there. It's just a cutaway opening, so you can feel the button right through the case itself. And so here's where the biggest difference is, like I mentioned on the 2.0 case, is this protective cover over the cameras. So it is protecting or blocking the edges of the cameras. The cameras are pretty flush to the top of that. Let me see if I can get a good angle to show you what that looks like. So it's not going to really, I mean, if you were to drop this straight on its back, it's probably, it could still damage the cameras, but it's also, if it's just laying on its back on the table, that's going to offer a little bit of protection against that. So if you don't like using cases, but you just still want to protect the edges of the camera and the back, the glass back of your phone and the sides and things like that, that's really what this is. This is a super minimal style case just to give you some basic protection, mostly scratch protection in my opinion. If you notice in the front right here, let me see if I can get a good shot of the edge. You can barely see. There is a slight lip on the edge of the case right here. Not a whole lot, but if you were putting it face down, it's technically not really touching your screen. Now, if you had a screen protector on there, like a glass one, that's obviously going to be right up on the edge of that. But it's really hard for me to show you because the case is black. But just take my word for it, there is a slight lip on the edge of the case. Let me give you guys a quick look at the clear case. You can kind of see the lip a little bit better on the clear case was there on the edge of it. And the other good thing about the clear case is, I mean, obviously if you guys purchased the purple iPhone or the gold iPhone, if you want to showcase the color of your iPhone, well, then this is the case you want to do, because it's completely clear so you can see whatever the color is. I never understood why people would get like the purple case or the purple iPhone, but then they just put a case on it and then you can't even see what the color is anymore. So this will allow you to showcase whatever the color is that you're using. I will say the one difference about the clear case that I noticed is the material feels a little bit different. It feels a little more like a TPU, it's almost kind of a gummier type of material. So that probably is a little bit better when it comes to shock absorption, but it's still a very thin minimal case. It doesn't add much bulk or weight to it at all. But definitely looks really nice and really sharp. And like I said, it will allow you to see the color of your iPhone through the case. But basically all the cutouts and everything are the same on the clear case as it was on the black one I just showed you, but the material is just a little bit different. So let me show you what how the case how the MagSafe magnetic piece works with the case. And it does stick right to the case really good, and it definitely holds pretty well. But the one thing I will say though is if you are going to use any kind of accessories where like the card mount and things like that, this does not hold on the strongest. It will go through the case and it will allow you to charge through it. But if you want to use your phone with the case with accessories that needs to be to have a really good solid grip, well then that's when the MagSafe magnet would come in place. And like I mentioned, this retails for $9. So let me put this onto the case and I'll show you how much stronger it actually makes it with this on there. Alright, so now I have the ring on the back of the case right there. And when you use it with the MagSafe adapter, it definitely does a much better job of holding on it. It actually is, it's kind of hard to pull off this way. You have to almost slide it off because it doesn't really pull off normally. So it adds a lot better magnetic grip. So if you want to use this with accessories and things like the car mount and such, to have a good strong grip so it doesn't just fall off, your phone doesn't fall off the mount, then this little magnetic MagSafe magnet that you can purchase additionally is what you would need to use in order to have those types of accessories work with the case and have it not slide off by accident. So those are basically my thoughts on this case. It's a very low profile, super ridiculously thin case. I think it weighs like 6 grams or something. It's like very small and thin. They do also offer a carbon fiber case, which is pretty cool. That's their Pro Series case. For a little bit more, but like they said, these ones retail for $29. So I have a link in the description down below. If you guys want to purchase this case, I have a 10% discount code, which is Omar Correa. So if you go to buyatac.com/Omar Correa, you can get 10% off of whatever you purchase off of their site. And so they also offer, like I said, the magnetic adhesive piece. They have screen protectors, and they even have, like I said, a carbon fiber case, which looks pretty sharp and pretty nice. So that is it for this review, guys. If you have any questions, post them down below. And if you'd like to check out any of my other videos, I have 2 of the clips over there you can click on. And if you'd like to subscribe to my YouTube channel, make sure you click on my face. And don't forget to ring that bell to be notified of all my new reviews as they drop on my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video review.